the Sphinx of Egypt and its underground chambers. I'm translating this from a Greek article. During excavations carried out in the area around the Great Sphinx of Giza in the 1930s, under the supervision of Professor of Cairo University Selim Hassan, the tomb of Queen Rekhetre, who died 3600 BC, was discovered. Selim Hassan lived between 1886 and 1961. The Egyptian queen's tomb had been seized, so only her mummy and 3 clay pots were found inside. But the discovery of her tomb was the occasion to unveil an underground arcade which connected the second largest of the Giza pyramids, the Pyramid of Khafre, and the Great Sphinx. This underground gallery was paved with magnificent mosaic art. After this discovery in the Giza necropolis, it began to be debated among archaeologists whether other pyramids were linked to the mysterious colossus of the Sphinx, with underground passages, thus illuminating the riddle of its existence. The connection of the Great Sphinx with underground galleries to the iconic Pyramid of Giza reinforced the morale of archaeologists who thought they had come closer to solving her puzzle. This was published in the newspaper The Nation Ethnos in Greece, January 25th, 1935. So from this article, we have confirmation that the Sphinx has underground chambers and tunnels that connect to the pyramids behind it, as we see here. This has been covered up by the archaeologists of Egypt. People are not allowed to see where these chambers are, where these underground tunnels are, and I would assume that the Egyptian antiquities have knowledge of this, but do not allow others to enter and examine these ancient corridors. Now, we also have reports from ancient Greeks that had visited Egypt, and they were told that there were whole cities and palaces underneath the Giza Plateau. But let's just go now to another article I found, Curious Cosmos. And that talks about the step pyramid of Djoser in Saqqara, the first pyramid built. It was Djoser's stone pyramid that would kickstart classical pyramid building age in the Old Kingdom, encompassing Egypt's 4th, 5th, and 6th dynasties. And according to an archaeologist, Lemner, one of the chronology of ancient Egypt, only 60 years passed between the successful construction of step pyramid and the beginning of the Great Pyramid of Khufu in the Giza Plateau. But what I want to go into is the fact that even though there was this complex above, built and designed, there were even more so below the surface of the earth. While an entire pyramid complex was magnificent, never before attempted building process in Egypt, what lied beneath this was equally, if not more, unbelievable. The interior of Djoser's pyramid, as well as what lies beneath it, is worthy of every praise. Archaeologists discovered that Djoser's above-ground elements are just one small part of the story. Beneath the step pyramid lies a gigantic superstructure built on a scale previously unknown to Egypt, where the builders quarried and removed more than 5.7 kilometers of material in order to create shafts and tunnels and chambers, complex galleries, and even magazines. I guess those are storage rooms. The superstructure beneath the Pyramid of Djoser is a wonder of its own. The underground world constructed beneath Djoser's step pyramid, composed of complex passages and chambers, is widely recognized as one of the most sophisticated and largest under any pyramid. Although unparalleled, the only precedent is the Royal Underground Galleries, not far from Joshua complex, which is assigned to Hotepskehemwi. Egyptologists argue that the western galleries of Joshua's underground world seem to be aligned with Hotepskehemwi, and beneath the pyramid of Joshua is a central corridor which runs for more than 365 meters and connects no less than 400 rooms underneath its surface. Can you imagine? The rooms and other features beneath the surface encompass the most complex network of tunnels and shafts the ancient Egyptians would ever create below a pyramid. In other words, what the ancient Egyptians created beneath Joshua's pyramid can be compared to an underground city built above a massive pyramid complex. The network of structures below the surface is worthy of every praise. Unparalleled, unprecedented, unbelievable. The underground complex built beneath the pyramid remained unmatched even after the ancient Egyptians reached their peak in pyramid building. And within the intricate network of tunnels rising towards the pyramid, the ancient builders created the so-called central shaft, 7 meters square, 28 meters deep, dug for the pharaoh's burial chamber, above which they placed retaining walls which kept it open through the mastaba beneath the pyramid's 5 upper steps. And Joshua's final resting place was an intricately carved vault made out of 4 courses of well-dressed granite blocks with a cylindrical opening towards the north end of the chamber. So we see that it's not just in the Giza plateau that they say that there's a tremendous amount of many-storied palace with thousands of rooms. We see it to begin with here at the Pyramid of Joshua. Within the intricate network of tunnels rising towards the pyramid, the ancient builders created the so-called central shaft, 7 meters square, 28 meters deep, dug for Pharaoh's burial chamber, above which they placed retaining walls. Joshua's final resting place was an intricately carved vault made of 4 courses of well-dressed granite blocks with cylindrical opening towards the north of the chamber. And despite the fact that Joshua's remains were never discovered inside his burial chamber, Egyptologists argue that once Pharaoh's mummified remains were placed inside the chamber, the entrance was blocked off with a granite stone weighing about 3.5 tons. The stone had 4 grooves that were sewed to guide the ropes that were used to lower it, and this defense mechanism proved to be no match for looters, researchers suggest, since the chamber was found to be completely empty. The ancient Egyptians would eventually build a massive underground palace for the king before the first steps of the pyramid were even in place. And according to archaeologists, before the mastaba evolved into a pyramid, the ancient builders were busy digging and excavating passages around the central shaft. Working to the north, west, and south, they tunneled long armatures ending in intricate transverse galleries from which they would fashion crude 90-degree magazines. The workers built a stairway leading from the descending corridor towards a series of turns and passages, ending in eastern chamber, which was exquisitely decorated with limestone. Inside, 2 intact sarcophagi were found. Gallery 2 is puzzling, and inside it, a hip bone of an 18-year-old female was discovered. Curiously, radiocarbon dating revealed that the female hip bone dates generations before Joshua's time, adding mystery to the purpose of the underground structure. Galleries there reveal a massive collection of around 40,000 stone vessels, believed that many of these vessels are actually located at different tombs in the past, and some of them have been found to date back to the First Dynasty. So could it be that this was a regular construction underneath the pyramids? Huge cities and palaces, intricate decorations, corridors, tunnels connecting various structures from underneath. Very interesting. this raises a lot of questions. Is this the normal construction method underneath all of Egypt's pyramids? What do you think? Thank you for your support. Please subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.